cooking now for one old man to eat. 3 kettle hits with a tired old weed. Morning cross still through my knees. Being old and lonely ain't a sharp kind of pain. No, it's a soft like slow cold rain. Stay so long, you forget you change. Neighbors moved west near 20 years ago. Children got children in places I don't know. Only thing still visiting me, the crow. Mailbox clap in the evening when every empty sound feels personal again. Being old and lonely ain't a sharp kind of pain. No, it settles soft like slow cold rain. Stay so long, you forget you change. Slide we blow, let it crack, let it sigh. Notes float thin like smoke in the sky. If I vanish one morning, who'd ask why? Got one last match, sleeping in the kitchen drawer. Got one last match, ain't struck it before. Saving up a little light for a night or so. Handshakes light, pouring coffee thin. Morning come tired through the peeling blinds again. Oh, man, learn how to sit with ghosts. Yeah, old men learn what loneliness costs. Every memory loud when the whole world lost. Heard my own name sounding strange out loud. Heard it hit the walls, then fall back down. Ain't nobody left around to answer now. Rocking Chair Creek, keeping time for me like an old pine bending in a tired breeze. Oh, men learn how to sit with ghosts. Yeah, oh, men learn what loneliness costs. Every memory loud when the whole world lost. Slide on low, let it flicker, let it dim. Notes dust on a picture nobody touch no more. My hands look foreign when I hold them to the light. Veins blue as rivers winding through the night. Every scar got a story I can't tell right. Wood pile low, cold wind near. Some nights I swear I still hear her here. Old age ain't loud, it'll ride real slow. Yeah, old age ain't loud, it'll ride real slow. Like dust on a picture nobody touch no more. Slide on tight, let it drift, let it rain. Notes hold on like a worn out string. If tomorrow passed me by, I won't change a thing. Trap horse fly. Here it ain't buzzing while the whole day die. Can't tell if it's the mushing on my mind on a ride. Porch board sag underneath my chair, even settling heavy in the humid air. Folks quit visiting little by little with time. Yeah, they fade off quiet, not cruel, not unkind. One day you just talking mostly to your mind. Watch the neighbors glance and throw a baseball fast. Watch a young boy laughing like the world gon' last. Made me miss my own boy, now bed in the grass. Dog bark far down the county lane. Sound come faded through the static rain. Folks quit visiting little by little with time. Yeah, they fade off quiet, not cruel, not unkind. One day you just talking mostly to your mind. Slide sour, let it shake, let it roam. Notes drift slow through the splintered home. If I lose my hearing too, how silence gonna sound? Got a job, old buttons, gathering dust on the shelf. Got a job, old buttons, and nobody else. Each one from a shirt she stitched by herself. Blue ones, black ones, pearl ones, cracked. Funny what a lonely man decided to keep intact. Aging slow. Feel like missing a train by inches, yeah. Aging slow, feel like loose threads in the stitches. Whole life unraveling in tiny little glitches. Daylight don't brighten things like it used to mean. Aging slow, feel like missing a train by inches. Aging slow, feel like loose threads in the stitches. Whole life unraveling in tiny little glitches. Slide grown soft, let it wander, let it sway. Nose drift tired at the edge of day. If memory the last thing left, don't take it away. Medicine cabinet rattling when the trucks roll by. Medicine cabinet shaking while the years pass by. Little lamb bomb bottles lined up like they waiting to die. Name labels peeling from the sweat and steam. Half these pills don't work half as good as they seem. Still I take them every morning with my weak black coffee. Doctors say take it easy now. Easy the only thing I know somehow. Whole life slow to a tide crawl. Neighbor girl waved while she hung white sheets. Didn't know my name, just smiled real sweet. Made this old heart stumble out of rhythm and beat. Back porch groaning, crows in the ditch. Wind through the pecan tree, everything sounding older than me. Doctor said, take it easy now. Easy the only thing I know somehow. Whole life slow to a tide crawl. Slide guitar whining, thin as a screen door spring. One bent note hanging, then disappearing. My Sunday suit, still smelling faint of cedar chest. My Sunday suit hanging still where the moths nest. Ain't worn it since they laid my Martha down to rest. Collar tight, though my neck done thin. Mirrors say the year's finally going. Getting old, feel like a house losing heat. Yeah, getting old, feel like a house losing heat. Room by room, surrendering piece by piece. Used to dance slow barefoot in the kitchen, mate. Used to hold her laughing through the Saturday night. Now I just hear spoons settle church bell drift from the edge of town. Sound like heaven talking soft and down. Getting old, feel like a house losing heat. Getting old, feel like a house losing heat. Room by room, surrendering piece by piece. Slides I won't let it bend, let it age. Notes turn yellow like a weathered page. If she waiting somewhere, I'm near the final stage. Got a tin cup cruising by my shaking hand. Got that tin cup waiting by the evening land. Sun sinks slow behind the cut down pines and sand. Backward deep from the years been low. Eyes don't catch what they used to know. Photograph fading on a mantelpiece. Faces turning pale like they're asking for release. Can't recall some names though I remember grief. Front gate rest every time it swings. Funny how silence become a living thing. Let it wobble, let it fade. Notes move slow through the choices I made. If tomorrow don't come, I done had my stay. Two dentures in a glass by the side of the bed. Two dentures soaking where the midnight shadows spread. One mind still living in, one for the wife long dead. Habit hold tighter than these aching bones. 40 years together, hard to leave alone. Some kinds are lonely, don't cry or scream. They sit real still in the blue TV gleam, living halfway inside a memory dream. Still fold a blanket on the far side knee. Still leave room for cold absent feet. Crazy how silence got a pulse and beat. flickering blue on the wall. Television glow while the whole house falls. Volume turned low, 'cause nobody called. Weatherman talking to a mouthful of rain. I ain't listening close, just needing a voice again. Oh, loneliness ain't sharp like a knife. No, it blur the edges of your life till you sit there half awake every night. Ashtray full beside a crossword half complete. Ashtray overflowing near my swollen feet. Forgot the word for heaven after 17 across last week. Hallway dark except the bathroom light. Like a lighthouse fading through the night. Oh, loneliness ain't sharp like a knife. No, it blur the edges of your life till you sit there half awake every night. Slide it low, let it tremble, let it stay. Notes curl thin, then drift away. If this TV died tonight, what keeps the dark at bay? All them broken rafters where the old mine leans. Boys winding low like a worn-out machine. Every step kicking sparks of dust through the beams. Tin roof trembling, loose chain sway, wind threading needles through the bones of the place. Somewhere in them ruins, a sound was hiding deep, waiting on steel and empty space to speak. Found one hollow chamber past a rusted rail. Iron pipes ringing underneath the gale. Hit one hard chord and heard the canyon answer back. Sharp flash strike, metal seem bright, echo bouncing slow through the dying light. Somewhere in them ruins, the sound was hiding deep, waiting on steel and empty space to speak. Microphone shaking in the desert wind. Sand hitting hard against a recording tin. Trying to catch clean sound in a world this rough. Cable lines humming, battery heat, dust settling heavy on the engineer's sleeve. One take a loss to the howl of the storm. One take bent by the cold iron moan. Still we kept rolling tape through the night. And when the final note rang thin and far, the canyon held it longer than we thought. Like the earth itself refused to let it die. falls over an empty railroad track. Desert wind hissing through the mesquite thorns. Canteen near empty, mouth full of dust. Whole horizon trembling in the furnace rust. Out there, silence ain't the absence of sound. No, it's something living underneath the ground, waiting in the heat where the lost get found. Reached the old mining camp by the fall of day. Sun-bleached timber leaning tight and gray, like dead men still holding up the walls. Broken windows glowing, copper in the dusk. Every nail and hinge eating through it rust. Out there, silence ain't the absence of sound. No, it's something living underneath the ground, waiting in the heat where the lost get found. Through the hollow yard, steel body cold underneath my arm. Wanted to hear them ruins sing back at me. Struck one chord slow and the whole mind breathed. Echo rolling deep through the collapsed debris. Sound came back warped, thin as ghost breath, like the mountain itself remembering death. Night falling blue over the abandoned shaft. One last vibration hanging in the dark, then the desert swallowing it whole.